it going, folks? Here with Soblue Productions, Taylor Holly, my boy Andy Burns.
What's up?
As the great Missy Elliott once introed one of her famous singles, ladies and gentlemen, we have a great one here for you today. I want to thank our sponsors, FlighTowel, Hat Tip, Disc Golf, and Prodigy Disc. So, as you see after the front nine, Cam Colglazier bringing a two-stroke lead into the final nine of the blue course here at Emeritus Park in Birmingham. Andy, what we got here?
We're starting off this one with hole 10, as you would imagine, after 9. So, Dollar taking the thumber line here. This hole not providing a ton of room for a fairway. You got this creek going left side, or you can gut it as you see Colin Forehand doing here. That was a tremendous shot. So, the trouble is really easy to go left, and if you do that, it's just super thick. So.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, these guys, update from the front nine. As you can see, we've got a lot of weather going on here. Going to continue to have some weather going on, and these guys seem to be handling the conditions fairly good for the most part. But looked like Cam got a nasty kick back off to the right, and this needs to turn quick. Oh, baby.
It's hard to beat that slow turn. That's a pretty disc.
Nice camera work there, dude. Sweet.
So Dollar did find that left side that I mentioned.
But dry.
But dry, yeah. Nice little catch there from the creek side.
And doing his best just to get back in the fairway. I mean, anything over that log is at least a jump putt down towards the basket. So
Cam looks to have placed that
was
pretty nicely.
A very great kind of technical shot there, and Dollar with a big putt. Oh, I thought that was going, man.
This is a hard hole. I mean,
Beautiful
a 3
run.
is a really good score here. You're not going to lose a lot on many people.
Yeah.
A 2 is a big gainer.
And Dickerson can lay it down here, so we'll see what happens. Ooh.
Bands.
Band's not making Chris dance today.
No.
Matter of fact, Band's not making anybody dance, ever. And Cam said, to heck with all the bands and all the dancing, I'm going to show you how to make this par here from the woods on the right. So, great par save. Dollar looking for. This is pretty incredible that he got to this point from where he was. Oh, this was after the putt. That's right.
This is for the 4.
Look at me being silly.
But, I mean, still, you find yourself on that left side, and you're probably thinking to yourself, how can I get this 4?
Yeah. Very nice. Great putt. Calling for the deuce there.
Deuce.
Yeah, that was beautiful too. And there you go. And now we've got this entire leaderboard within 3 strokes here. So,
Lots can happen here.
Sure, absolutely.
This is a course that you never want to count your chickens
before they hatch.
Yeah.
So hole 11 is an uphill par 3, looking at about 331 feet. Probably plays just slightly longer than that. You can see these guys try to really get after a disc here. And where Cam landed is pretty ideal. He'd probably like to be about 10 feet to the right, just to not be behind the tree, but a great shot regardless. Just kind of a quirky green, again, like you see a lot on this course. Oh my goodness. Speaking of quirky greens.
That's the 3rd or 4th roll we've seen on this round.
There's another one right behind it. So not quite as bad as Chris's, but.
Yeah. And that tee shot, most of them threw backhands. That's not easy here. No. That was a tight gap off the tee.
Yeah, really got to commit to a line.
Solid little upshot.
Yeah, and biggest thing is if you're going to, I mean, obviously these guys are running these putts. They're not thinking anything about missing. But if you're going to miss, you'd love to miss up on the top shelf where the basket's at. So, and Cam with a great look at a 2 here. Probably the best look of the bunch. Oh, yeah.
And that's a
nimble footing there.
That's strong there, knowing he had a few strokes, I think, at this point.
Yeah, he is a 2-stroke lead.
I don't remember what the score was just then, but
two-stroke lead on the card. So Oh yeah, very nice from Matt there. Whoa, easy, big fella. Yeah, and it's interesting, Andy. You know, we had a lot of guys debate on not coming back after this rain delay just because it was so long and so brutal. You know, obviously these guys are all coming back. They're fighting for the top positions, but you know, just put a mental wear on a lot of guys. You know, kind of fight through the conditions and get back there trying to get those last few cash spots. So, hole 12, oh no, beautiful hole, 593 feet, play into the long pin. Going to be a dog leg left to right and then a right back up to left on an elevated green. So you'd love to be. That's pretty ideal.
Pretty good shot there.
Absolutely.
In a perfect world, I guess he'd be a little left. Colin's disc.
Yeah.
So Dollar going to try to find the fairway again from that kick. I'm not sure he was fortunate enough to, but we'll see.
Yeah, and these conditions are tough, and you know it's funny. Everyone always wants to look at it and go, "Oh, it's tough for the players." Tough for the cameraman too.
It is.
You know, it's like it's a little bit of fog out there, and the rain's coming down, and you're having to hold a camera in one hand and an umbrella in the other, and you know so. And Chris back-to-back tree kicks there, not really being able to advance his disc down the fairway. And that's a great shot from Matt, finding the gap there.
Yeah, that's a huge shot. First two throws off this tee pad, and you're right side and left side of the fairway. So big one to get back into it.
Yeah, same for
likewise
Colin.
Yeah, perfect.
And Chris throwing 3 from the same spot that Colin was throwing his second from. So really going to need to advance this up the fairway to try not to drop too many strokes here. Oh, wow, what a crazy shot. Oh, wow, unfortunate. You see it just kick straight down out of that tree.
Yep.
Kind of got on the ground, so. Cam finally getting to play. And a little hopscotch going on up there. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Chris is just searching for anything here.
Surprising to find that disc in that. That is thick.
Yeah. Thick as chicken on a bone.
That's right. And he'll be happy to just advance. Unless he's got a little angle here and we can't see from this. Obviously he did.
Yeah.
Good shot. So this will be a 4 look,
I believe. 4 for Matt. It's been a great play after the tee shot. And the tee shot took a hard kick right. Oh, wow. That would have been a great par save.
Yeah, no doubt. It's already a hard hole, and then if you net 50 feet off the tee box.
No kidding. And again, I'm not a real punny guy, but you got to think a lot of these guys on some of these holes are just trying to weather the storm.
That's right.
Colin with the rare 3 look here from inside the circle.
Prime position. No.
You know he wants that one back.
Yep. No. Wow. I don't want to just blame it on the conditions. It's very possible. But that's 2 putts now from Dickerson that we've seen in this round that just didn't quite seem right. Not typical misses.
And there you go. And you can just see the round separation between Chris and Cam right now is 6 strokes on the round. So definitely creating Cam some cushion here.
It takes us here to hole 13. Straight downhill, as you can tell by Cam's shot. You don't want really to throw anything that's going to fade on you get a bad skip. If you can land it kind of in front of it, where this mound is that you can see, and then just kind of slide to the basket. That's where you want to be.
A little backdoor action there from Matt, and that might work out nicely. And yeah, I was wondering if any of these guys would take forehand here, so. Oh, wow.
He was fortunate enough to get through that side, but I don't know if that's going to be a putt. Look. Should be fine there. So yeah, he's attempting a upside down forehand.
Yeah,
little slider.
And this has not been a real good stretch for Chris here, and definitely something we're not used to seeing. I mean, in this string of holes. So very nice, top shelf.
Yeah, big time putt there.
Yeah, it's interesting that none of these guys really went long. I mean, everybody kind of got caught up short, but this hole you can definitely fly way past the basket into the junk pile down at the bottom, which will cause a whole different set of difficulties. No,
you have got to
way.
be kidding me.
Wow.
Did that spit through?
I don't know. I've never seen that on a disc catcher before.
It looked like it caught center and then just dropped out of the backside.
Out of the backside.
Wow. It's not your day. It's not your day.
Yeah, no kidding.
Looks like Colin here went a little long on that upshot.
We have par save coming up. That's going to be a bogey for him as well.
Yeah.
So him and Chris. God, I just can't get over that spit out.
No.
Man. And you just got to think, I mean, like, at that point, I don't know. That's tough mentally to just continue to get through. I mean, the last hole. You have a tough time getting through and struggling, and you have a not great, what you think is a good putt spits out. Then you turn right around and have another bad spit out. So, I don't know. Moving on to hole 14, dogleg left, uphill, working kind of in a narrow gap towards the basket. You got to hit about a 20-foot gap to really get the slide up towards the basket.
These look pretty ideal.
Yeah, I think they're all coming in just a little early, but with the wet pads, these guys are having to saw their shots off just a little bit and dial their footwork down a little. So, wow. And Chris is we're just in the middle of a rare struggle that we don't usually see from him.
Yeah.
So. And just, I mean, not getting any breaks either.
It really stinks to watch it, but it's a good reminder that it can literally happen to any of us.
Oof, that was smooth.
And by us, I mean them, because I'm certainly not a professional.
Same here.
See if we can a par save here.
Bloop.
Close.
But not close enough.
This dollar bill looking at a deuce?
Dollar bill, y'all. Yeah, it was kind of unfortunate that reached to the back mat DNF'd.
Yeah, that is.
For this tournament,
He was playing good.
I was looking forward to some more reach to the back mat action, but we'll continue to work with the dollar bill. Oh, settle. Ooh. Yeah, and that hill goes way down to the right. Luckily, Colin catching a tree and staying up on this plateau here. So looking like we're going to have 3 threes and then a 4 from Chris.
An unusual, consistent pattern here.
You are correct, sir. Yep. And there you
So
go.
he
and
is
that-
now
golly.
7 over on the round, and
Mm.
at this point, you know, he's just, I guess, trying to fight for some kind of position.
Yeah, I mean, you got to remember, you know what I mean? Even though he's having a bad round, where he's at, every shot's going to count because every shot's going to matter a position and a different payout. So, you know, probably out of the tournament at this point as far as winning, but definitely not out for different cash spots and payouts. So, going to want to continue to fight for every stroke here. 15 is a huge downhill right to left hole. Going to be mainly looking to leave something out a little to the right side. You would like to be, if you think you can push something down the fairway enough, you can get all the way to the basket, but not the typical play here. So
I'm trying to remember this green. Is this?
it's a tricky green. So it's a downhill sloped green, has a little plateau on it. It also runs off to the right into some bushes. Oh, we're playing short pin here. Forgot about that. Whew.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The other one.
The other one, yeah. So there is a long pin here.
Yep.
That is much more difficult. I did forget we were playing the short pin here, which is much more attackable.
Right.
But still does run down to the left, especially in the wet conditions. So, as you see where Cam's disc, I think he was probably green hunting and took a little trickle off to the left. So, I'm going to leave him just outside the circle here. Oh, but a great run. Yep.
Yeah.
And able to get that disc to lay flat, which is what matters. Yeah, it's interesting we're playing short pin that no one elected to go forehand because.
Yeah, I was just thinking that once we saw that.
And it don't even. Oh wow, Matt.
Knew that one when it left.
Yeah.
When it left and went right.
Oh, see what you did there. All right, Chris.
Oh my goodness.
And you can tell at this point it's messing. And usually a hole or a couple of holes doesn't mess with somebody. This has been a 3 or 4 hole stretch now, and it's definitely because you just want, you know what I mean, you put hard and it goes through the change, you put soft and it kicks out, and then you're definitely trying to, you know what I mean, it's all in your head about exactly how touchy you need to be instead of just focusing on putting it right in the middle of the basket. So
yeah, making the putt.
Absolutely. So Cam stretched out to a 5-stroke lead here, which is huge coming in the last 3 holes of this course.
Definitely.
Got a gnarly little par 3 here. 219 feet may not seem like a lot, but this hole has a severe downslope just off the backside of the basket.
Yes.
It runs down into water, will cause you to BOB, make you have a huge upshot back at the basket that is really easy to roll back down in the water again. So definitely a challenging hole for these guys. Biggest thing is I think you see these guys trying to play early left. Allows you to make sure that you're safe. Typically allows you to have a safer upshot, and then you just take your 3 and get off the hole.
They all appeared to be, until there, of course, they all pretty much laced the gap. Chris came up a little short, but I think he's going to be fine taking that 3 like that. So
yeah, I mean, this is a hole that
same for Matt.
It's not. I mean, 2 is a super bonus to me. I mean, just with you see this green here and how far this slope is off to the right. I mean, let's see what happens when you go a little longer this basket. Colin's got a way down this hill and got to work all the way back up. And ends up having to pull that all the way out to the right just to give himself some kind of look here.
Yeah. So now he's got the putt that you do not want.
Oh, the death putt for a 3 here. And this is scary.
No.
Settle. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yep. So he will be electing to re-putt.
Wow. That's
Probably
tough
the
to
smart
watch.
decision, but still a death putt.
Settle. Jeez.
Yeah, fortunate enough to catch there. Oh.
Ooh. And you
I'm
just,
telling you,
I'm
after you
telling
see
you,
that one.
I know, you never know. And this, I mean, it's so severely downsloped here. That's a big putt coming back uphill because if you hit cage, that's going to be a 7,
Yeah,
I
think
believe,
that's right.
for Colin. 7. And any chance you thought you might have had it coming back and trying to win this thing, with a couple of mistakes from Cam on the last 2 holes, gone out the window.
That's tough.
Just like that, yeah. I mean, that's your tournament if you're Colin, unfortunately. So now you're just, again, you're kind of in the same shoes that Chris is in. You're looking for a couple of good holes to finish and get back some cash pot strokes. So
Well,
commanding lead.
got to
for
move
Cam,
on
though.
here. So hole 17, 463 feet, par 4.
Oh, wow.
And you can see up there where the couple guys are standing. At that point, it goes 90 degrees directly to the right. And it's kind of half and half distance. So once you get there, you got about the same distance to get to the basket.
Yeah, and a pured forehand here ends up kind of yielding the best result. But again, in the conditions that we're at right now, it's easier said than done. So you're just really trying to get to the top of the hill. If you can get to the top of the hill, you're doing fine. Colin getting most of the way up there, so should have a decent angle to look around. Cam all the way back on hole 16 here. Oh, wow. I'm telling you, man, like, it's just, this course, anything could happen. You know, like, anything can happen.
Dollar gonna, or is that Chris? That's Chris. Looks like he's gonna try to find some type of the.
Maybe a roller?
Yep.
Oh, no. Upside down forehand. That was crazy.
Interesting. He
Well,
got through a good bit.
That's the thing. I mean, the thing is, where these guys are at is the exact same shot that they threw.
Yep.
You're just, I mean, your odds of getting through the trees are just as good as playing 2 shots all the way around this hook over here. So Cam just trying to continue to play smart shots.
Yeah, that's a pretty good shot there.
I mean, looking at 5 at the minimum at this point.
Colin sitting off 1.
Yeah, I would have liked his disc to have been about, 20, 30 further. So he could really attack the angle here, but
Oh.
yeah. And that, it's just because he's that short, had to make it try to be tight.
Yeah, Dollar looks to have put a decent throw into the green there, so Cam.
Oh, wow. That flashed the basket.
Yes, it did.
And now Colin over in this kind of same area where Cam just threw from. Wow. What great touch.
Yes.
To thread that needle there. Better than my grandma on her best knitting days.
Your grandmother must be a really good.
She is, and that's no disrespect to my grandmother, but that needle that Colin just threaded was tight. Stop it.
No.
Stop it.
16 and 17 back
Hey,
to
look,
back.
Cam's like, I'm done with all of this. I've watched too much of this from y'all on this course. I am just,
Yeah.
Bobby Basket, let me lay this in and be done with it.
Hey, there you go, Colin.
Yeah, what a couple of rollaways.
If that's not the most disappointing.
How wet his shirt is. Like, that just tells you, like, what these guys are playing in. Like, it just, at some point, you just put the umbrella up and you're like, just let it rain. I'm soaking wet already anyways. And yeah, that's about all you can say about that. I mean, Forrest Gump said it best. That's all I got to say about that. Yeah.
I knew you'd get you one of those in.
I've been waiting a while. I held out for a little bit. Held out like Le'Veon Bell this year in football.
That's probably the best comparison.
Speaking of holdouts, man, kind of big news that Paul held out for a little while, but
Oh, yeah.
swap it over to to Discraft, and that's kind of shaking up the disc golf world. How you feel about that, Andy? Oh,
It's about as on point as that throw was.
oh.
Great shot there, but yeah, I mean that's a game changer. That's going to set up a lot of new deals for players in the coming years for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's huge that he got the big deal that he got. It also opens up the door for guys to move around in the world, which I think is always good.
And on the flip side of that, it puts some more pressure on some of these bigger companies. You know, if you like these players that you have, then you're going to have to, lock them down.
That's it.
And it's not going to be just a year-to-year basis anymore. You're seeing these 3-year deals. So as we continue to see some great tee shots here. So
Yeah, these guys are all taking beautiful hyzer lines. Tough part about this green is, especially with it being a little wet, these big skips. Big scoop.
oh,
Oh,
that's a
almost
great
the comeback.
Not only did it almost bounce back in the basket, but that could have possibly gone into the little creek.
Oh, and just another kick out. And a couple of these, I mean, I don't want to say deserve to be kick outs, but Chris did go through a stretch there where it was not pretty. So finishing with a par, and I know
I think he's just glad to be finished.
I think so. Not exactly where he wanted to be at this point, but Dollar played a great back nine. Got to finish up just a few strokes short, but a solid birdie there on the last hole for him. And there you go, just coming up 2 off the lead. Played better than Cam out here.
He shot the only round under par on,
That's it. He
on the
sure
lead
did.
card here.
So, what a great tournament. What a great 3 rounds and 3 great courses. These guys battled it out. This top 10 changed numerous times throughout the weekend. So, congrats to Cam for taking home the W and weathering the storm.
That's right. Big shout out to Ben Swam, all the other Birmingham helpers. As always, we thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. 2019 is going to be a big year for Soblue Productions.
Can't wait.
So appreciate it.
Enjoyed it, guys. Click, subscribe, follow us on Instagram. Peace.